The new year is often a time of reflection, a chance to look back on the past 365 days and remember. Sometimes the memories bring a smile, and other times they break our hearts. Chances are you've experienced a bit of both this past year. The new year is also a time to look ahead, to imagine what could be, to scan the horizon with expectation, and seek God's guiding hand. It's a time to strive for better, to live louder, love stronger, and be more of who God has created us to be. It's an opportunity for new beginnings, a chance to start fresh, to pursue God with a renewed passion, and to press on with all our hearts. The truth is, God has been faithful this past year, and that faithfulness promises to carry us through the next. As the new year begins, may we remember this one simple truth. In Christ, we are a new creation. The old is gone, and the new has come.
Happy New Year's Eve or New Year's. I know we're a couple days away, 3 days exactly, before we get to New Year's. And I'm excited about it. My name is Scott Minnell. Thank you for being with us. We hope you had a great Christmas. Yep, a little festive here. My wife said it was all crooked, and I said, does it really matter with this kind of hat? Lily, what kind of hat am I wearing?
A trapper hat.
Why do you think they call it that, Holly?
Traps in the...
No, it's when you're out trapping animals and you're like...
I was going to say traps in...
I mean,
like,
this thing comes with some serious... Like, I don't know what these little ear things are for.
It's for your ears.
These are not.
Yeah, it's added warmth.
Okay, but I could pin those up if I wanted to.
Yeah,
and then I could pin this up and really... Or you could do this. This is Chevy Chase style right there.
Yeah, there you go. In the old days when you were trappers, like as... either trapping for like the fur or whatever, then that hat worked great because it could keep you warm and then you could get it vented and keep
it's all kinds of hot. I'm not gonna lie, going right into the beard. It's hot. Okay, it's hot. But welcome. We are excited about today.
Happy New Year.
We love going into New Year's. We love goals. So I'm going to throw it right to the girls. Girls, what goal, one goal, do you need assistance in this year from us online to make sure you accomplish? And I don't know is not available. And so we need a real life goal made up on the spot because they didn't know we were going to do this. They thought we were going to talk about all the Christmas things we did.
Online can help us?
Yeah, that this community is going to help us achieve in the 2025
I got
year.
mine.
Okay, so it can't be some mamby-pamby, I don't want to eat chocolate. I mean, I guess it can be. But we're looking for some kind of goal. And then you know who I'm talking about, you at home. Let's get real close real quick. You.
Wow, that's aggressive.
I'm just letting you know. You at home.
Just letting you know.
Put it in the chat what you want help with, or maybe in the comments down below. All right, we're going to go with Holly. Number one. Oh, you're about to say, the face is about to say, I don't know.
You're saying that our online community
like
to
they
help
can
us.
check in every Sunday in the chat.
How are you doing on that,
Sunday.
Holly?
Gosh.
Let's just be like,
She can do mine
Lily
with me.
first.
She can do mine with me.
What? Wait, you're going to wait, are you saying she can have yours?
We can do it together.
Oh, it's a togetherness
Built-in
thing?
accountability.
A togetherness
I don't think you're going to like it, but you should like it.
Okay, what's a together goal? Lil's about to make your goal for you, Holly.
I'm reading the Bible in a year again. I'm super excited, but I'm doing a new plan. I'm doing Bible project.
But like, wait,
with Bible.
I'm doing the Bible project, Bible in a year.
Okay.
Let's clarify this. When you say you're reading, are you physically reading or are you going to listen?
Physically reading.
Okay, so
you can do either.
Yeah, that's why I want to know what you're doing.
I saw that not that long ago with the Bible project.
I think it's called One Great Story That Leads to Jesus.
Yeah.
Or like the one
Are you going to do that, Hal?
You do it with me.
I would do that with you.
Oh, that's hesitation.
But it's not the terracotta one or whatever, right?
No, it's not Tara Lee Cobble. No.
Bible project.
That's the Bible recap.
Yes.
And it's called what?
I'm choosing to do a new one this year just to change it up, and it's called the Bible Project.
Okay.
I saw that one a while
Here's what
ago.
we'll do. If anyone else wants to join in on this, you can.
Let's do it together.
We'll put the link in the description down below, or you can text the church number to get the link to where it all is. Okay, so here's the number that you can text. Hey, I want in on this. This would be a fun goal, and all of us together can strive for this. Can we put that number up there? There you go. Text the number. I want in on the Bible Project. 651 276-8797. Text, I want in on the Bible Project. I know last week we had you on Christmas Eve texting for the lights. Thank you for all that did that. We can't wait to get those mailed out to you at the beginning of the year, which I know is in 3 days. And give us a break. We've been on a little bit of a hiatus around here, enjoying our time with our friends and family. So, okay, I like that. I read the Bible in a year, Bible Project, but you're reading it, physically reading it, not listening to the podcast.
It tells you. It's not a podcast. They have a reading plan.
It's going to give you what to read each day.
Yeah,
they have associated videos, which is awesome. They're super creative and sometimes very over my head, but I'm trying to learn.
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn new things.
A lot of times those videos, if you're reading something, and then you go and watch the video, it helps that if you're a visual learner, it helps their videos are really good. So that will be a good one.
I don't know if I can I'm going to be honest. That one's a toughie for me.
To read it in the year?
Yeah, I just don't know.
What?
Does this one
you're reading
to read the whole Bible through the year?
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. I'm just being the guy.
You don't have to. I mean, you should commit to it, but
yeah, I want to commit to it. But if I'm committing, it's like I'm seeing it through.
That's not necessarily. Yeah, you're really good at it.
I love it. I love it.
I got to process that one.
You've done it a couple of different times.
This will be my third time, but I like to take breaks in between because I think I'm very excited to do it again.
Yeah.
So,
hey, here's a little thing for you. And this is just some truth in reading the Bible. You're like, well, I've read that before. Why would I read it again? Here's the truth. Here's what you need to know. Okay, we're going to zoom in real quick again. The truth about reading the Bible is it's new every time you read it. And it's not the words are new. It's that your heart is in a different spot than it was when you previously read it. It's the heart is soft on said topic now. It's the parable of the sower that Jesus gave us a couple weeks ago, where Matthew records Jesus saying, hey, people's hearts are like the farmer that throws the seeds out. Sometimes it lands on fertile soil and boom, takes off. Sometimes it falls where the weeds are. Sometimes it's hard ground. So when we read through the scriptures and we read the stories over and over again and how all of a sudden you read it and it's like, wow, how did that jump out to me? It's because your heart is soft and ready for what you're about to read, though you've read it 100 times. So it's worth doing, everybody. It's worth reading your Bible. It's good for you. Okay, promotion over. That'll be exciting. I'm gonna think about that one. I'm not gonna pray about it because I think if you pray,
I think Jordan's doing it.
Oh, is that tipping the scale for me?
Tips you a little. I think he's doing it. So it was his idea.
Okay.
It actually was produced from our small group that we're in locally here. And because it had it as like a suggested through the reading we're currently doing.
And what's a breakdown? When you say read the Bible, am I reading 5 chapters a day?
It's a few chapters a day.
Few? Just a couple?
Just a few.
Are they doing this? I haven't looked at the detail of it. Is it the chronological? Are they doing it that way or is it? Okay. Mm-hmm. Nice.
I believe so.
Cool.
All right. I like it. I'm in.
Oh.
That was easy. I need more information. I need more information. I didn't know if I was having to read a book a day or something like that.
It's not a book a day.
That's too much.
So and also you read through this. I read this.
I need to get it.
You read through the Psalms twice.
Oh, that's
in addition to.
Oh, yeah.
So they support it with the reading and they give reason why, which you can imagine. The Psalms
Well, the reason they would go through twice through it, if it's chronological, you're reading it once in its spot where David wrote it. And then you come to the Bible and there your Psalms are again. And now all of a sudden I can see it pointing, some of the Psalms that point and foreshadow the coming of the Messiah.
Sure.
So, okay, that's great. I hope everybody's in. I hope you're texting that. I hope you're excited about that. We're excited about what we have going on today. There's a lot of new things going on in the new year. We have small groups going. They're a year-long deal. If you want in on them, we got a handful of those that come online. And you are attending the small groups online here. You're connecting through FaceTime or GoTo meetings, and you're sitting in a physical room with other people that are physically there and being able to be a part of a small group. If you want to be a part of that, you can sign up on our website. It's really simple to do, okay? So go to unlockchurch.com/
upcoming -events. Just go to Unlock Church and find the upcoming events.
There you go. You'll find it, click around, and get signed up. So it'd be really, really cool. We have coming up a recap of the year what Unlock Church did in 2024, which as we're working on these things, the stuff that it's just been wild. Like just as we wrapped up a Christmas season, we gave over 400 pounds of turkey to people in need. We gave $10,000 worth of heaters away here locally in the Twin Cities. We invited over 40 families to church and paid for their skates. We just say, hey, we want to pay for your ice skates this year. And so all these, that's just 3 weeks we did here at Unlock Church, which is awesome. It's us actively doing what we talk about here, being a light in the darkness. So we're really excited to talk about what we didn't cover our camps. We didn't cover our baptism. It's been
December.
Wild. That was just December. We actually, in 2024, baptized the most people we've ever baptized in 1 year, which is awesome. So exciting plans for online and how we're going to continue to make this community here online grow. It's like, what is this? 3 Eves? Two Eves.
No,
Eve.
3 Eves.
From New Year's. And in that, you're going to have to, you're going to do your New Year's traditions. I don't know what those are. Growing up, it was to have fondue. Yeah. That's what we did.
You did that?
Yeah, it was really safe. We brought fondue oil in the middle of the room.
Did you do
extension cords everywhere? And we just sat on the floor. And
so you had like the electric. So
it wasn't safe at all.
You ate cheese?
No, we never did cheese. I never even did that.
You only did the oil.
Chocolate?
Oil.
Yeah.
Oh. Chocolate? No,
Never
it's just oil. You
just
meat, nuggets, fries, tater tots.
Wait.
In oil. So anything you could cook
was it already cooked?
No.
Anything
you're cooking it in the fondue.
You called that fondue?
That's what fondue is.
That's what his.
What are you calling? You call fondue the chocolate and the cheese?
Chocolate, cheese.
I grew up a spoiled brat in Miami, Florida, and fondue was going to the melting pot.
Yeah.
That was like cheese and chocolate.
And you had like 3 different pots going.
Did they have oil there that you could make your own French fries?
Oh,
I don't know. I kind of doubt it.
I mean, but they had some type of
the melting pot.
I
actually don't think I've ever even gone.
I've been a couple.
I've never been in the melting pot. Wow. Never have I. When I saw somebody do cheese
Illinois fondue
is cheese. I was like, what? What do you?
We had a fondue pot when we were first married.
For oil,
and when we moved to Florida, we did it a couple times. So it's just oil. I left it.
It's a frying.
It is.
But that's fondue.
What it's.
And you're using little
exactly
sticks.
What it's used for. That's how
You've never done this? Right. This is mind-blowing. My mom is losing it right now in the chat.
Redneck fondue to me.
Because this is all...
You just told that to Mary Mendes.
I said this is kind of sounding like a redneck fondue.
What?
It was fun. I remember...
Google the mess out of it.
When we first got married, I remember doing that with your family. And your mom would have a platter of chicken, a platter of beef, a platter of...
raw meat.
Yeah, and you just poked it and put it in. Now, you couldn't mix...
And it turned fried chicken? Oh, no, it wouldn't be breaded.
It just cooked it.
It just cooked.
Wow. It just cooked in the oil, and then you put it in the
Did you ever have to replace the oil?
No.
Well, not when you do it just that one time.
Yeah, it's just one time. You're sitting around laughing. Movies were playing.
Sounds like you're wanting to do it a lot. Like, oh, now I want a single fry. So I'm going to do
fries. We didn't do fries. We did tater tots.
It could go on forever because you only cooked one thing.
I mean, it was a lot of fun growing up. You came around.
You sat around the table.
You're laughing. It was typically...
I've only ever done that with your family.
We'd go rent VHSs. I know you don't know what that is. And we would just watch a couple movies while we did it, and it was hilarious.
I mean, it sounds fun.
But when you look at it...
I thought fondue was something else.
But as you look at it as an adult, going, that was the most unsafe thing you could possibly do. An extension cord running across the room.
How many pots? Well, Mary, if you're in the chat,
I only remember one pot.
Just one pot.
One pot in the middle.
Because I kind of felt like that too, but I don't think...
The pot was about the size of this helmet right there.
I think your mom ended up having a couple because you can't mix the chicken and the beef.
Yes, you can. In oil? Why can't you?
Because your sister wouldn't have eaten it and she ate it.
Okay.
No, I don't know about this. Okay, anyways, that's our tradition.
So random.
Yeah, you guys are like, get on with it. Okay, well, we have something special today. But before we get to that, we are very grateful in the year of 2024, all of those that gave through your generosity here at Unlock Church. We are still running with the greatest gift all the way to the end of the year. You got 3 more days. And there's been quite a few of you that have given substantial gifts through the greatest gift. And we want to say thank you as a leadership team for doing that. Your generosity allows us to look into 2025 and think creatively, how can we do camps? How can we continue to spread the good news? So thank you for doing that. And it's weird. We're saying thank you for you giving an offering to God. I know it's through the church, but without those resources, the lights aren't staying on very much. So thank you. Thank you for those that tithe to Unlock Church here digitally. It's really simple. How simple is it, Lil?
You can text the word unlock to 77977, or you can go to unlockchurch.com/give. And on that page, you can find the P.O. box if you want to send a check or cash.
I was just looking at myself there. I think the hat's crooked. You're right, Hal. But when I do that, I'm telling you, it feels weird on my head. Write in the comments if it's straight now, or is that feels normal. These must not be right. Because when I do that, it just...
Maybe they're sewn just slightly.
That's it. I'm just going full on. This is Chevy Chase right here.
How many times did you watch that this season?
I don't have enough. I probably more
I
than
have to say,
that looks ridiculous.
Hand. What? This looks ridiculous. If I bounce up and down, I could take off. Look, everybody. Okay, we've gone too far. Too far. I hope everyone's gonna.
I did laugh out loud this year at Christmas vacation.
Yeah, once. Okay, we have something special for you. We were invited to go to a camp, and at this camp, I was the guest speaker. And there, instead of teaching live every time, I thought, let's go create a video. Lily, let's go create some videos. It was during the fall. Let's go create this video to teach something. And it is so applicable for this time of year for us. We're going to go to the Old Testament, Ezekiel chapter 47, I believe. So if you want to get to there, you turn to there. It is a wonderful story, but we're going to bring it to life, a visual. We're going to make it visual for you. But we're going to take a journey around. You're going to get to see the fall colors. I want you to know that though the temperature doesn't come across on the screen, it is super cold. Mm-hmm. We're trying to pretend it isn't. And we do some stupid things in that cold. Water was just about to freeze. I think the next week or so, there was ice on the lake. It gives you any indication of how cold the air was and to say water that we may or may not jump into. So we're kind of giving some carrots to dangle out in front of you to enjoy. This is before we had one wheels. I believe in this. I was riding an electric skateboard for the purposes of the video. So the hopes with this, we've never played it here, is for you to enjoy a different, staying in with the theme that is almost New Year's Eve and trying to make it feel festive and a little bit different way to teach this week, okay? So enjoy this. And at the end, it's over, everybody. We're going to say goodbye now. You're going to watch this. It's not very long. And hopefully you enjoy all the shots, the fall colors, and all those things, okay? Lily and I are involved in it. Holly had to wrestle the kids. She's there, but she's wrestling the children, so you...
Somewhere else.
No, you
weren't that far away.
You're in the vicinity. Yeah. Do you remember this? It's not that long ago.
Yeah, I do remember it. I just was away from where you were at because of the children.
Yeah, okay. That said, everybody, enjoy the video. We love all of you. Have a very good New Year's Day. We'll see you next Sunday. We'll be right here with you again with a new topic. Bye, everybody.
This campground is amazing. It looks so awesome. Headed to breakfast. I'm not a coffee guy. Never have been a coffee guy. So I drink this stuff called Spark. And it does that. It sparks your morning. It gets you going. I've not drank it yet, but on my way to breakfast, I'm hoping for pancakes this morning. I hope. I hope it's not a mystery dish. You know how some campgrounds have mystery dishes? Not here, though. Before I go in there for session 2 this morning, my question is, that breakfast was spectacular. However, I think those breakfasts where it's just straight sugar, I mean, seriously, it was syrup with your French toast, and then it was cinnamon rolls. That's all sugar. Like, we're all going to have, like, food comas. If you don't know what a food coma is, it's where you eat too much food or you eat too much sugary food, and then it makes you want to sleep. You often experience this at Thanksgiving or at camps where they feed you French toast with syrup, cinnamon rolls, and Kool-Aid for drinks. Food coma. It's a real thing.
When you speak of what Jesus is speaking to you, you give permission for those around you to do the same.
same thing, to follow you. You either are a follower or you're a leader. That we're going to challenge you this weekend to live in the upside down. And it's not even we. Jesus challenges you to live in the upside down. And some of you are going to begin to take steps to one another, each other, to love one another, serve one another, and not judge one another. And you're going to have people come along and they're going to yank you back down. They're going to make fun of you. They're going, oh, look at you being, oh. Session 2 done. On the way to, a teepee, a bonfire. I found a shortcut. We did bring up if you've been around me long enough, bring up if is where I just say bring up somebody with the same pair of shoes and you run up. Hilarious. We did boys versus girls. Girls crushed the boys. Here, this is what we're doing, small group. Look at this. It's like a teepee. How's that smoke working out for you boys over here?
Not good.
It's going to smell real good on you. I'm asking the question, what do you say when the smoke's blowing in your face? I always say, I love rabbits, I love rabbits, I love rabbit. Ferris says it's, what, white rabbit? White rabbit, go away. It's going to catch. These boys know what they're doing. Lunchtime happened, small groups happened. Now we're on to the portion of why we've been filming this. This is my tripod. If you don't know who's over my shoulder, this is Lily. Lily, she's gonna help execute this point because you've been watching this, not just behind the scenes of what it's been like to be at this amazing camp in Wisconsin outside the Dells. It's because we want to do a teaching today. We want to leverage multimedia, social media for the good. And so if you're on our YouTube channel, welcome. If you're in the room, excited to still have you. Sorry I can't be there. As a church planner, we already are back teaching at the same time in the Twin Cities at Unlockchurch. It allows me to be in two places at once. But we're going to leverage the environment here to teach one last thing about being in the upside down. All the things that you do for a video. Ha! I hope you enjoy this. Okay, so we've found what is like a creek that dumps into a river. Right now in Wisconsin, there is tons of flooding, if you didn't know that. Like, so much flooding that they've had to bring in different organizations to help with this. When you come to the owner's manual of the Bible, the authors, when they talk about the river, the river represents God. Typically, it represents God. And we're going to talk about a river and how that should tie into our relationship with Jesus. There are definitely qualities about a moving body of water than, say, a lake. We're right around Devil's Lake in Wisconsin. Right now, this is just a creek because there's so much flooding here. Really, what are some immediate thoughts on moving water?
Well, moving water doesn't necessarily stop. It's moving. But it seems like there's like a momentum. There's something pushing it towards another thing. Maybe it's a larger body of water, or it's just something bigger than itself. But what I'm noticing is that there's momentum here. It's not just moving. It's not moseying. There's a real momentum happening.
When you talk about momentum, Lily, what happens if I grab all these leaves then and throw them in the water?
I don't think that the water is going to stop for these leaves.
So then the leaves are at what?
The leaves are at the mercy of the water, where the water is going. The leaves will then go with where the water is being pushed towards.
Heading that direction. Obviously, when we see the water's coming from behind us at this moment, and it's headed to a destination, as Lily said, and these leaves, if we throw in, they're not going to affect the water. Right. The water is going to take it with them.
Yeah.
You see what we're talking about there. The leaves are long gone. They're way down there. Wherever this goes, it's gone. Which is awesome when it comes back to the fact that when we read through the Bible, the authors in the Bible refer to the river as God. God is the living river. It's alive. He's not a stagnant body of water. And there's a great story that we want to tell you over the next few moments that hopefully will impact you wherever you are. If you're in an auditorium today, or you're sitting behind a computer or your phone, wherever you are, there is a thought here that we want to download to you.
I don't want to jump with this.
You gotta jump.
I don't want to jump with this.
Don't drop it. She's got a camera. You're taking a running start?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm not as, like, wide.
What? You just call me fat?
Oh my gosh. I feel like an Olympic, like, jumper every time I do that.
I'm just going to be honest with you. As we are going to do this, I'm not that excited about this next portion. It is cold here. I think the temperature is 30-some degrees outside. It's 30-something outside in Wisconsin. This next portion we're going to illustrate, it's going to cost us something, which I'm fine. I'm fine with the cost, but we need our boosted boards for it. So let's go get our boosted boards.
Go. Okay. There you go. Okay, tight.
They have to walk this A. Don't drop it on me. To the other side of the basketball court.
Okay, here you go.
Oh, look at that. It's a step. Oh, so close.
Okay. We're pulling.
Okay, big picture. Maybe we can roll out. There's 3. Look.
What?
While you guys are at high ropes and low ropes where you're walking in A-frame, this is when the video is being shot here, so you give you context of what's happening. That's amazing. Well done. I mean, you're not done, but well done. You're doing great. This is pretty cool. Okay, boosted boards. Taking the boosted boards to Devil Lake. I don't know why it's called Devil Lake, but it's a cool lake. Wait till you see it. What an actually stunning day it turned out to be on the boosted boards as we go up a hill. If you want to know where this story is from, it is from Ezekiel Chapter 47. It is windy. We're going to try to illustrate this the best we can by utilizing that cold water to illustrate Ezekiel chapter 47 in an interaction between Ezekiel and God, in illustrating like life. And so I hope it works. It's going to be cold. This stick has nothing to do with what we're about to talk about here. It was just there. Lily can't get her act together. Here's the deal. It's cold and it is super windy. I don't know if you can actually hear us, but here's what I do know about Ezekiel chapter 47 and this story that's between God and Ezekiel, or a man, and that is that God represents a river. Lily illustrated earlier about how the rivers are constant moving, you're at their mercy, but also the thing about rivers is, man, things grow by rivers. The water nourishes the trees and the plants next to it. And so in this story in Ezekiel chapter 47, God says, I want you to measure off 1,000 cubits in the water. A cubit is a measurement. How long is a cubit?
18 inches, I think.
18 inches.
Not even 2 feet.
Is a cubit, but 1,000 of them. This story goes on and keep measuring. So we're going to measure off in this water, and we're going to illustrate Ezekiel chapter 47 to you. The first part of Ezekiel chapter 47 is that the story goes where God brought this man to water that was ankle deep. I don't feel like getting my Nikes soaking wet, so I'm going to take my shoes off and we're going to get in the water ankle deep. So let's take our shoes off real quick. besides our shoes, we're going to lose the jackets too because, well, we're going to end up getting in this water with our clothes on. And this wind. I don't even know if you can hear us. It's so windy.
You better be able to hear us.
Yeah,
Why are we doing this one?
Oh my gosh, it's so cold out here. What is going on? Ah! You leaving your coat on? Young people, remember when I started the week saying I love you? This is for you. Oh my gosh. That's cold, and that's only to our ankles. But this is the story in Ezekiel chapter 47 where the man was brought to water that was ankle deep. You know what happens next? I think you do. Then he went to knee deep water like this. Just walking.
Oh my goodness. Okay, knee deep, I'm knee deep.
Starting to shake. We're in knee deep water. I'm a little bit further ahead than Lily here. The blood has stopped pumping to my feet. Here's the illustration. If the water represents God and the position you stand in the water represents where you are with God, everybody's in different stages. We're in knee deep. Moments ago, we were in ankle deep. Maybe some of you guys came to this weekend retreat, or maybe you're watching this and you're knee deep or ankle deep in your relationship with Jesus. Maybe today is the day you take a step further in your relationship with Jesus. Maybe the day is where you go, you know what, I'm going to read my Bible a little bit more. I'm going to read Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and John and learn about Jesus and what he has to say about today's things. Maybe it's different for all of us. Well, it is different for all of us, but today is the day you decide to take a step further in the river because God is calling you in the water. Actually, we're at a conference called Out, and he's calling you out of the beach and into the water. Water represents God, a relationship with God, and he calls us to go deeper. Now, Ezekiel 47 continues to go, not just to the knees, but to continue deeper. And so we go deeper and deeper.
Okay, I'm wasting.
Now listen, remember we talked about being someone that is a follower of Jesus. They are looked at as crazy. There are lots of people walking around this place right now, and they look at us like we're crazy. We're in the water right now, and no one else is in the water. Lil, how do you feel about this?
So cold.
Why?
But hearing you talk, it's worth it. It's just so worth it.
It's impacting who you are, right?
Yeah.
Being in the water impacts who you are.
Yeah, it changes. It changes the way I feel. It changes how I want to respond. It just changes it. Totally changes it.
Being in the water right now changes everything about us. It changes the way we feel about things, the way we sense things, what we care. You know what? When we first were walking out in the water, we were really concerned about what other people were going to think about us. Really concerned. Now we're more concerned about, is the blood ever going to come back to my legs because we're in the water. In a relationship with Jesus, you're going to be made fun of at times. You're gonna look crazy to other people, but the effects of Jesus in your life are going to make you better at life and make your life better. So why wouldn't you go deeper? Why wouldn't you respond to what is Jesus saying to you, and what are you going to do about it? Now, it goes on in the story where the man in God continues to tell him to measure off another 1,000 cubits of distance in the water, and continues to go deeper in the water. You know what happens the deeper you get into water? The less control you have, especially when you are in a river. The current begins to take you and move you. Remember, God in this story is the river, and rivers have current, and the current controls you. All of a sudden, you surrender your wants and your needs to you're at the mercy of the river current. Are you at the mercy of God? Are you moving in the direction God wants you to move at school, at work, where you're at? Or are you still safe on the beach watching other people walk? Where are you in your relationship with God? Are you ankle deep, knee deep, thigh deep, waist deep, chest deep? Or are you at the mercy of God, influencing your life in the decisions you make, in the people you date, how you want to spend your money, all of those things? Where are you at in the mercy of God? That's what we're trying to illustrate here, as now I am chest deep in water and it's cold. I'm starting to shake. Because we have technology with us, big wave. Because we have technology with us, we can't get much deeper than this, but I think you get the point. Jesus has asked you and called you out of where you were when you came here Friday, or where you're at in life. What are you going to do about it? That's the question. Is it okay if we go warm up now? Okay, that's really cold. That's super cold. I hope you get the point. People are taking pictures of us. Remember when I said people would think you look absolutely crazy, or there are people here staring at us. People are taking pictures of us. I mean, it's nuts. We're in the water and it's so cold. But it's to illustrate what we've been saying all week. To live in the upside down is to be crazy, because you go against human tendencies in Western culture to one another, each other, love one another, serve each other, not judge one another. And Jesus is talking to everybody, you on YouTube, to determine what is your next step to go further in your relationship with God. You can't stay put in your relationship with God. He's asking you to measure off a distance and go. Now, we have more to say on this, but we need to warm up so we can talk about this. And so that's what we're gonna do.
Be right back.
We'll be right back. Where are you coming? Okay, so we are a little bit more warmer than we were a little bit ago. We would just really want to wrap this up with a few points, observations of being in the water that illustrates being in a relationship with Jesus. And it affects us. I was thinking about this, that I didn't affect the temperature of the water when I was in it, but the water affected the temperature of me. I started shivering, right?
Yeah, like majorly.
She was concerned, but it impacted me. It's the same thing when we are actually being an authentic follower of Jesus. It impacts us. Yeah. We don't influence Jesus. It's not that kind of relationship. And so, what kind of effect is Jesus having in your life?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's how willing are you to take that next step? Are you willing this weekend to take the step into the water, ankle deep? You've never done it before. Well, that's celebratory. We would celebrate that.
Yeah.
And I think that whatever it is for you, if it's the next step, you're going off to college, I know I need to get in waist deep because I'm going off to new, uncharted territory, new adventures, then do that and know that you'll be changed forever because you decided to take that step and you had never done it before.
I know about you, because you and I are very similar. We're humans. Our human nature is to preserve ourselves. We are life preservers. When it comes down to Lily's life or my life, by default, I'm going to preserve my life. But Jesus comes along and says, no, be a life preserver for other people. And there's where Jesus is saying, okay, measure off another 1,000 cubits, measure off another distance where you trust me more in life, where you trust me with your life, with your future hopes and dreams, your reputation, trust me with those things.
When we're talking about that full life that Jesus wants to give you, it's abundant, it's full. It's as if we poured some water into a cup and the water is just overflowing. But don't take that as life will just be easy now. I'm going to take that step into the water. I'm going to go all the way in because that means life will be easy. The truth is, life is going to continue to get hard. People are going to hurt you. Things are going to come at you that you weren't expecting to happen. But I can promise you that those things that happen, those circumstances that you'll find yourself in, will be a lot easier knowing that there's a constant, there's a river flowing in your life where you've said, I'm going to do this with you, and he promises to stay with you. And so it becomes a little bit easier knowing that Jesus is going to be there with you every second of the way.
I just want to say thank you for watching this, either on YouTube or sitting in the auditorium today. Thank you for allowing me to speak in your life. I hope you've learned something. I hope that you take yourself, jump into a relationship with Jesus, not in a way of testing it. Did you notice that when Lily and I were in the water, it wasn't tiptoeing in? I think we're going to feel this out. It was all in. If you want the impact of Jesus in your life, it's got to be all in. Everything. Remember back to the drawers. Jesus is the dresser. He's not a drawer in the dresser. He wants all of you, not part of you. And that's what we want to remind you with as we wrap this up with you. I hope this illustration sticks with you all through your life, that when life seems chaotic and out of control, that there is a way to have peace through the chaos, and that is Jesus being the constant, as Lily was just saying that there. I hope this is a truth that you anchor to, and it forever changes your life. Remember, what is Jesus saying to you? What are you going to do about it? And what does love require you to do? Because if you will answer those three things, I promise you this, you will find yourself loving the unlovable, doing things that are unthinkable, and you will be exceptional. I promise you that. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. Now here's the deal. We got to go edit this down so that it gets into your hands by tomorrow. Thank you. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. Give us thumbs up. If you're in that auditorium, you should subscribe. It's Scott Mendenhall. Just SCOT Mendenhall. Thanks, guys. We love you. Bye.